Okay, guys. Okay, so that is what we call as legal tender. Okay, so we have two types of legal tender. One is limited legal tender and the other one is unlimited legal tender. Okay, so limited legal tender means now it's like this. You have 1 rupee coin, right? You have 1 rupee coin. Sorry, you have cents coin like 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents. Using these type of coins, you only can make payments up to 1 rupees. Okay, you can only make payments up to 1 rupee. That cents is there, no 1 cent. You can't make more than that. So if you are going to buy a toffee, 1 rupee toffee using 1 cent, so you have 101 cents. You can just give them and buy it and come. But if you wanted to buy 2 toffees using 201 cents, they can reject it. Okay, so for, like you can, the maximum amount of payment that you can do for those type of cents, like 1 cent, 5 cents, and 2 cents, only up to 1 rupee. That is why it's limited legal tender. So above 1 rupee, if you're trying to pay using these type of cents, they can simply reject the payment. Okay, because legal tender has the idea that you can't reject it, right? So if there's a legal tender, you can't reject payment, but limited legal tender is like this. If you have these type of if you have these coins, then you can what then you can reject it. If they pay more than 1 rupee, you can reject it. Okay, and if you have like 10 cents, 25 cents, and 50 cents, you can make payments up to 5 rupees. Okay, using 10 cents coin, 20 cents coins, and 50 cents coin, you can make payments up to rupees 5. More than 5 rupees, you can't make the payment. Okay, up to rupees 5, you can make the payment. Okay, and the next earlier one I told is 1 cent, 2 cents, and 5 cents. Up to 1 rupee, you can make it. This is what we call as limited legal tender. That is the maximum value that can be settled with some coins. Okay, so that is that is limited. That is what we call as limited legal tender. Okay, right. Sorry. So yeah, so if you had understood that. Okay, so now the chat is again, okay, chat is again here. Okay, fine. If you get any something like wrong things, you let me know. Okay, so guys, am I keeping y'all ways to talk like that? Not right, not like that. No, y'all don't take it for granted, right? Do I want to be rough with everyone? No, right? Sorry if I'm being rude with you, but I'm sorry. Okay, I understand, but I have no rights to be rude with you. But I'm just telling. I'm a bit upset. I became upset, man. I was so cool. I really wanted to do these sessions, but these things make me so mad. Okay. Okay, and the other thing is unlimited legal tender. What is unlimited legal tender? So you can make any. Now, for example, the 1 rupee and the above notes, 1 rupee and more than that, you can make payments up to any value. There's no limit for that. Using 1 rupee, you can even pay 1 lakh. Using one, you understand, there's a thing like this now, this Samsung and Apple problem is there, no? So that problem is because of that. Okay, so what they did was, I think Samsung copied Apple's fingerprint sensor system. Okay, so when they copied this Apple's fingerprint sensor system, that was the Apple was the one who first of all introduced that. So they had this intellectual property right. Okay, so now Samsung copied it. They can't copy it, right? So when they copied it, Apple sued them. Okay, so when Apple sued them, what happened is, right. What happened is, now I think some $20 billion or something they sued. Okay, so they paid in coins. It seems Samsung paid Apple in coins, like they took in tractors doctors and paid it in, but Samsung is telling it's not true. I don't know, but there's a system that where you can't reject that payment. 1 rupee and above that, it has legal tender. Using 1 rupee, you can even pay $20 billion. They can't simply reject it. Okay, so those are the two types of legal tender: limited legal tender and unlimited legal tender. Okay, so if you are clear, raise your hands. Okay, guys. Okay, fine. Now define the terms. Now these terms you need to know. Okay. So what does dollarization means? What does dollarization means? Dollarization means it is where you convert the local currency into foreign hard currency. Okay. So let's say now, let's say Sri Lanka, our local currency is facing continuous depreciation, right? So what you can do is you can convert this local currency into foreign hard currency. So that what happens, foreign hard currency in money, you will have it. Okay. So what happens is you can avoid this depreciation problem. Okay, in Sri Lanka, this is prohibited. I think even in India, it's prohibited. There was a movie also like that. They did dollarization and then they got arrested. Now, in movies, search for things like this. If you're watching movies like Hollywood movies, no, you have these type of things. See the good things. Okay, so dollarization is prohibited. So that means what? The tendency of converting the local currency into foreign hard currencies. That is what we call as dollarization. Okay. So write it down if you have not written. It is a tendency of converting the local currency into foreign hard currency.
Miss, can you again repeat the dollarization?
Okay. Wait. Sorry. And the next thing is black money. What is black money? A major problem in many places. So black money means what? Any idea? Simple. Wait. Okay, so black money means all the money that is earned through illegal income sources. Simple as that. Okay, black money is all the money that is earned through illegal income sources. Okay, that is what we call as black money. So people who are earning black money, for example, they are earning through selling drugs or selling weapons or else human trafficking. So these type of things, if they earn money, that is what we call as black money. Okay, these are illegal income sources, right? Now people who are earning black money, they are very reluctant to deposit their money in the banking system. So that's why black money is always hidden. Okay, they are reluctant to deposit in the banking system. So the black money is hidden. Okay, so there are certain ways where they do transform this black money into a legal money. That means money laundering. Now the next thing is about that. Okay, so that is black money. And the next one is black money again, I'm telling. The money that is earned through illegal income sources. Okay. And the next one is money laundering. So laundering means something related to cleaning, right? So money laundering, it is the process of converting the black money into legally accepted money. Okay, so that is money laundering. You're converting the black money into legally acceptable money. Okay, converting black money into legally accepted money. So in Sri Lanka, money laundering is illegal, but there are certain methods that they do money laundering. They implement money laundering in certain methods, right? So we don't need to go deep. If it is a theory class, I'll be very deep into this thing. Okay, but I'll be very specific here. Okay, so what are the methods? Now in Sri Lanka, it's illegal, but still black money is still prevailing, right? Many people are selling drugs and they're spoiling others' life and they are earning money. That's happening, right? So how are they doing that? One method is they open number of accounts, multiple accounts. Okay, so and they try to put it in different accounts and they try to hide that thing. Okay, and they also have something called they start third-party businesses. Just write these methods, that's enough. Okay, I'm not going to explain these things because if I explain now, you will think, oh my god, I have not studied a lot, because these are not very essential. These things I will explain in my theory class because they need to know this, because that's general knowledge. Here it's not essential for you at this time. You study alone after your A levels. Okay, so one thing is opening numbered accounts, multiple accounts, that way. Okay, and the next thing is they're starting third party businesses. Okay, they start third party businesses. Write it down. Starting third party businesses. And the next thing is sending funds to offshore accounts, foreign accounts. Okay, sending funds to offshore accounts. Okay, so again, money laundering is where you're transforming the black money into a legally acceptable money. It's prohibited. It's illegal in Sri Lanka for you to do that, but it is being implemented in certain methods. 3 methods. One is opening numbered accounts, and the other one is starting a third party business, and the next one is you're transferring funds to offshore accounts. Okay, what? Okay, so the bank accounts which you have in foreign countries is what we call as offshore accounts. Okay, guys. So if the chat is disabled, raise your hand. For me, it's not disabled. For y'all, is it disabled? Yes means raise your hand. Okay, great. That's fine. Okay, so guys, if you all have any doubts or something while I'm teaching, we can't do that. Okay, that's why I've done that. If you all have any doubts or something, just note it down in a paper and send it to me. I will read it and maybe explain in the group. Okay, I don't get some time to go through messages. Sometimes I miss a lot of messages. I have around 200 odd messages that I have not still opened. Okay, so that's why I'm just trying to open everything. I'll explain you. Okay. And the next one is mutilated money. What is mutilated money? Okay, this term is something classy, okay, something posh term, but you know what is the simplest term to remember? Damaged money. Okay, mutilated money means damaged money, or we call it as unserviceable money. Okay, damaged money, unserviceable money, or mutilated money. Okay, now, all the notes and coins that are physically damaged, that is what we call as mutilated money. Damaged money, physically damaged. Okay. And now what you can do is you can exchange damaged money to a new note. Okay. For that, you need to present it to a commercial bank. You have to go and present it to a commercial bank, and that way you can convert it into a new note. Physically damaged money is what we call as mutilated money, or easy term is damaged money or unserviceable money. Okay. So for you to get the full value of the money, now let's say your money is damaged and you're presenting it to a commercial bank, 5,000 note. Okay, you're presenting it to a commercial bank and going to take a new note. Okay, for you to obtain the full value of the damaged money, there are certain conditions that you need to know that should be fulfilled. One thing is the damaged note should be a legally printed money. You know how to find legally printed money. Now just take it, you take your money and just keep it like near the sunlight and observe it. You can see like hidden things in the money, like hidden letters and hidden pictures or something you can see. Okay, so that is legally printed money. Money is it's printed in a unique way. Okay, so if it is a legally printed money, you can get the full amount. Okay, so that is the first condition. And the next condition is at least 75% of the note size should be available. Okay, first thing is it should be a legally printed money. And the second thing is at least 75% of the note should be available. Okay, at least. Okay, if it is less than that, you won't get the full value. Maybe you can negotiate and get half, or 3,000 or 4,000 you can get. But for you to get the full money, more than 75% of the money should be there. That is what some people, what they do is they take all the money and paste it in a paper, and then they present it to a bank, no, the tiered one, so that then only they can get it. Okay, and the third condition is that is the third condition. Actually, the note should be pasted to a paper if it is in pieces. Now, let's say you're very angry and then you teared the money into pieces. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to take all the pieces, paste it in the paper properly and present it to the bank so they will get. Now, we don't know these things when we were small, no. Even our parents don't know, right? If a money is teared, what they do, they put it away, right? But there are procedures like this. This is why, guys, education is so important. One thing is you will know how to do things. Okay, there are no, even in hotels, sometimes if you cancel, there's cancel fees, stuff like that, no. But there are some other option where they won't tell you. If you go to that, you can get more benefits. Now, if you take like aeroplane, okay, if you take this aircraft, airlines, let's say you they delayed, that the airplane got delayed and something happened. uh, I don't know, I can't remember that fully, but the thing is it's a loss for you, but if you know the thing, it's a benefit for you. You get a double benefit out of it. If you are educated on, you will know. The second thing is you will be a human being. You know how to talk if you are educated. Please study. Okay, please study. Education is not only about studying. A literate person is not an educated person. A literate person is someone who knows everything in the book but doesn't know how to behave, doesn't know how to be a good human being, doesn't know how to talk. Okay, so don't be a literate person. Try to be an educated person. Okay, so even if you have PhDs and all those stupid degrees in the world, you don't become the educated person. If you don't know how to, because the first thing that comes to their mind is, whose son is that? Whose daughter is that? Who will get the curse, man? Your parents, okay? So I have seen many people who are not educated. They behave like animals. Okay, animals are better, to be honest. Okay, so first thing is your parents are the one who will get the curse. Don't do that. Okay, there are people who will curse. They'll start cursing it. Cursing it. They won't say, people don't have humanity. Now there are some people who think parents what they will do, but there are many people. See, will you how they have brought him up? Like that only they will think. Okay, always be a good person. Always know what to talk, what not to talk. Always respect your opposite gender. Okay, for that you need to have education. If you at least don't have education, have religion. Every religion is teaching good values. If you at least follow your religion, you'll be a good person. Okay, that is mutilated money. So I hope you're clear with this. Let's go to the next thing. What are the differences between credit card and debit card? Okay, before that, wait. Yeah. Okay, I thought, what are the differences between Okay, what are the difference between credit card and debit card? So if you get a question like this, always divide the page into two, or make a table. Put a line in the middle and make a table. Okay, so now let's write. The first thing is, for you to have a credit card, a bank account is not a must. Okay, but for you to have a debit card, bank account is a must, because the money in your bank only will be used by the debit card. But credit card is like they give you a credit. Okay, so if you fulfill certain conditions, they give you credit cards. Okay, you don't need to have a bank account. What are the conditions? Now I'm going through other areas which are not related to the question, but it's important. Okay, one thing is you should have a fixed monthly income or a salary. Okay, about the bank will decide the limit. Okay, the limit is decided by the bank. Let's say it's 20,000. You should have a fixed monthly income. Okay, you should have a fixed salary. That is one condition. And the next condition is you should be above 18. Okay, so and the next one is and also you should have green credit records. That means the earlier payments and all you have made without any defaults, something like that. You should have green credit records. So if you fulfill these conditions, you can apply for a credit card. It's not important for you to have a bank account. It's not must. Okay, but for a debit card, bank account is a must. Okay, bank account is a must. And the next difference is this credit card is issued only to fixed income earners. Okay, people who have fixed income. 1 minute. Okay, you should have fixed income. And the other one is for debit card, it is issued to any account holders. Credit card is issued only to fixed monthly income earners. But debit card is issued to anyone who has a bank account. Okay, so that is the second difference. First difference is the bank account is a must for credit card. For debit card, it is not a must. Second difference is credit card is issued to a fixed income earner, and debit card is issued to whom? Is issued to any account holder. Okay, and the third difference is an interest-free credit limit is offered to buy goods. Write it down. An interest-free credit limit is offered to buy goods. I'll explain you. An interest-free credit limit is offered to buy goods. An interest-free credit limit is offered to buy goods. Okay. So that is credit cards. Okay. And interest-free. Now that means they'll give you, now let's say you're purchasing through your credit cards, they'll give you some time. If you pay within that time, interest is not applied. But if you pay beyond after that time, then interest is being applicable. Okay, so an interest-free credit limit is offered to buy goods. Okay, and the next thing is goods are purchased based on savings account balance for debit cards. Write it down. Goods are purchased based on savings account balance. First one is an interest-free credit limit is offered to buy goods, that is for credit cards. And debit cards, goods are purchased based on savings account balance. Goods are purchased based on savings account balance. Goods are purchased based on savings account balance. Okay, so that is the thing. If you win, how much ever the money you have, you can purchase it. Once your money is over, you won't be able to purchase it. That is the case of debit card. Credit card is not like that. An interest-free time is given for you to purchase goods. So if you pay within that time, you won't be charged an interest. But if not, you will be charged. But there are limits. Type of cards are there now. So certain cards, it is only up to 1 lakh you can purchase. Certain cards up to 4 lakhs, something like that. Okay. And the next one is, for credit card, annual fees is high. There are annual fees and those are high for credit card. Write it down. Annual fees are high for credit card. Annual fees are high for credit card. And the next one is annual fees are low for credit card. Debit cards. Okay, for debit cards, annual fees are low. Okay, for debit cards, annual fees are low. Okay. For credit card, it is high, and for debit cards, it's low. Okay. And the next difference. Is now for credit cards, promotions are relatively common. Now you have your notice in your phone. You always get at least 5 times a day. You get messages from like 50% off for credit cards, something like that. You will. Okay, sorry, sorry guys. Okay, so credit cards promotions are relatively common. Write it down. Promotions are relatively common for credit cards. Usually, you get high promotional messages. Credit cards promotions are relatively common, but for debit cards, promotions are relatively low. Credit cards promotions are relatively common, and for debit cards, promotions are relatively low. Okay. Credit cards promotions are relatively common, and for debit cards promotions are relatively low. Okay. And the next difference, you know what is the next difference? Now for credit card, it is like this: buy now, pay later. That is the principle which is applied here, right? So write it down: buy now, pay later principle is applied. If you can just buy now, later you can pay it. Okay, that's like credit. They're offering you credit. Okay, buy now, pay later principle. But if you take debit cards, buy now, pay now principle, right? You have to buy now and pay now. If your account has zero balance, then you can't buy also. Okay, so that is debit cards. Right. So those are the difference, guys. If you all are clear till that point, raise your hands. I want all of you to raise your hands, so then I'll know that you all are in the class. Don't go to social media, okay, while you all are studying. Don't lower it till I say I want to see. Okay, guys, great. Now let's go to the 20th question here, right? Yeah, 20th question. Now this is the second section of chapter 7, which is money and financial institution. Okay, first section is about money. Okay, so we did certain question on that area, and the second section is about financial institutions. Okay, it's about financial institutions. So actually, if you take financial institution, it is divided into 4. You have 4 types of financial institution. So the first one is banking sector. And the next one is other financial institution that accepts deposits. Now banking sector, they are like they are like legally they can accept deposits, right? But there are some other sectors, other financial institution. Now banking sectors are also financial institutions. Okay, there are other financial institutions which are not falling into banking sector, but they can accept deposit. Okay, and we have apart from this, we have other specialized financial institutes, and then we have contractual savings institute. Okay, guys, if you all know what is contractual savings institute, raise your hands. If you all know, or you all didn't know, you only know your name, know this name. You know why I asked you to raise your hand? Because it is interactive. Now the chat is also disabled, so you all will feel asleep. So that is why I always tell you to do. Okay. Contractual savings institution means it's like this. Simple terms. I won't give you advanced English definition. One thing is, now this contractual savings institution, they're like money helpers. Okay, they're like money helpers. Or you can say they're like financial middlemen. Okay, so these money helpers, what they will do is they will gather people's savings. Now they find contractual savings. See the word itself. What they do, they gather people's savings, and also it will be for long term. They will gather it, and that is also through an agreement. That's why it is called contractual savings institution. They are money helpers who gather people's savings for a long term. That is also through an agreement. For example, like this insurance, pensions. Okay, so those are contractual savings institution. Now why are they gathering this? Later, they use this money to invest and help people to save for the future. They are helping people. They're like, now let's say for us, we don't collect and keep. No, one day we will, however, use it. Now, even if we save and keep, we don't do that. We don't know. Let's say for insurance, now for vehicle damages, we are saving this money. We'll have a till, but will we have it? Will we keep it like that? No. One day, if one work comes, we just break the till and get it. Right? So these people, they're like money helpers, financial middlemen. Okay, so what they are doing is, again I'm telling you, what they are doing is they are gathering people's savings, and that is also for long term they gather it. Okay, and also through an agreement. Okay, through an agreement. Example, pensions, insurance. Okay, so like this, what else? EPF, ETF, all those things fall under this. Now at the end of the retirement, they get this money, no? Right? The approved pension, provident pension funds, all these come under that. Okay, and what else? Yeah, and then later they will use this money. They use this money to invest and help people save for the future. They are making people invest for their future and save it for the future. That is what we call as contractual savings institution. Now, guys, tell me, is this chapter difficult? Have you all ever felt like, yo, this chapter is not at all difficult, but it was boring? Anyone felt like that? Raise your hands. Always this teacher wants to raise hands. This is not difficult. Okay, this is how you study. Hereafter also, in your higher studies, step by step go. Don't leave at least one word. Okay, my goal is, now in my teaching, this is my passion. I love teaching, so I'm doing it. Okay, so what I will do is, my goal regarding that is, my students should know each and everything. Like, what is this? If someone asks, they should say, that is in the chapter 7, but I don't know that. No, not like that. You should know it. You understand? So that is how you should be. In your higher studies also have a separate book. Okay, if you don't know certain thing, write that and find the definition and write it down. Okay, do self-studies. No one will guide you like this afterward. This is the last This is the last thing a teacher is taking time and studying. You lecturers will come. They'll just lecture and go, and it's all about self-studies later. Okay, right. So now you have to fill in the given table. Oh, it's a box or whatever it is. You have to sell. What are the things which are coming under banking sector? Only 3 things come. What are the things? Wait, I will even say no. Chat is disabled. Okay. So the first thing is Central Bank of Sri Lanka. CBSL is coming under the banking sector. It is a bank of banks, right? And also for the government. CBSL, Central Bank of Sri Lanka. And next one, LCB, Licensed Commercial Banks. Okay. This, what? Commercial Bank, HNB, Union Bank, whatever the bank. Okay, commercial banks. The bank that we go to, the People's Bank, that is the commercial bank. Okay, and the bank of this commercial bank is a central bank, and the banker of the government is a central bank. Okay, so licensed commercial bank, and the next one you should write is licensed specialized banks. About all this you study in this chapter is revolving around this table. Whatever is there in this table is what you study in this financial institution part. Simple as that. Okay, now they have given everything beforehand, but we don't notice, guys. That is the thing. Now, what are the other financial institutions who accept deposits? Other financial institution who accepts deposit. Okay, so write it down. Registered financial companies. Okay, she's telling something out of nowhere. There is another name. This is licensed finance companies. Write it down. Registered financial companies. Registered financial companies. Registered financial companies, and in brackets write licensed finance companies. Registered financial companies, and in brackets write licensed finance companies. Okay, registered financial companies, in bracket licensed finance company. Okay, and the next one is cooperative rural banks. Okay, now if I go to teach you licensed finance companies, it will take a lot of time. If I go to teach you CBSL, LCB, and the LSB, that it will take a long time. But this cooperative rural banks, I'll just tell what it is. It will not take much time, and you should just know about it. I'll tell you. Okay, so these cooperative rural banks are banks which is run by people in the rural areas, and it is run for them itself. It is run by the people in the rural areas for the people in the rural areas. Okay, the owners and the customers are same kind of. Okay, cooperative rural banks are banks run by people in the rural areas for the people in the rural area. Who is calling me out? Okay, it is run by people in the rural area for the people in the rural area. Now, the people who are living, wait. Okay, so these banks, they help local farmers, small businesses, right? they give like certain services are there. They give savings accounts and they provide loans, and those things are there. Okay, they're helping this operated by the people in the rural area for the people in the rural area. That is cooperative rural banks. Okay. Sorry. And the next one, cooperative rural banks are that. Next one is you have savings and credit societies, or you call it as thrift and credit societies. Just know these names. I'm not going to go into this. You will feel like you'll get scared. You study alone. Okay, savings and credit societies, or we call it as thrift and credit societies. THRIFT. THRIFT, and credit societies, or other word is savings and credit societies. Okay. Right. Are you all okay with this? Raise your hand with these two boxes if you have completed. Raise your hands because I don't know. I want you to raise hands. If not, if you didn't raise hands, that means you're not completed. You can ask me. You can't ask me also. Okay. Okay. Whatever you have missed, just drop me a message. Okay. Other specialized financial institutions. Now, institutes. Now, here. Okay. In the third box. Other specialized financial institutes. Okay. What are the things that are coming under this? So the first thing is, write it down. Specialized finance leasing companies. Okay. Leasing companies they can't accept deposits. Okay. Now, they are coming under other specialized financial institutes. They are specialized in leasing. Okay. Specialized finance leasing companies. Specialized finance leasing companies. Now, these leasing companies, they are registered in the central bank to provide leasing services. Okay, you know what is leasing? 3 types of leasing, functions of leasing. Okay, you should know, right? Leasing is like a particular agreement which is signed between the leasing company and the leasing customer. Okay. Now, this I'm just explaining you. Listen. So, this leasing customer, in the leasing agreement, this leasing customer, he or she should pay a monthly installment. Okay, or he has to pay a payment against the usage of this leased property. They lease the property. This thing is a big concept, little bit big concept. Now, if I go, it's not fine, right? I'm just going through. Okay, just listen now. Okay, if you have any doubts, drop me a message. Okay, so finance, a specialized finance leasing company. Okay, and the next one, merchant banks, or we call it as Vanik banks. Merchant banks, in bracket write Vanik banks. Sorry, I'll tell you what those are. Merchant bank, or we call it as Vanik bank, VANIK banks. Okay. Now these financial institutions, their primary intention is providing business consultancy. Okay, or else any other financial consultancy. That is what we call as merchant banks. Okay, so their primary intention is what? Okay, their primary intention is providing business consultancy or any other financial consultancy. That is what we call as merchant banks. Write it down in somewhere. Okay, their primary intention is to provide business consultancy or financial consultancy services, anything. Okay, so this is what we call as merchant banks or Vanik banks. Just going through, okay. Merchant banks or Vanik banks. Or third one of this. Okay, third one of other specialized financial institution is venture capital companies. Write it down. First one is specialized finance leasing companies. Second one is merchant banks, so we call it as Vanik banks. And the third one is venture capital companies. Okay, venture capital companies. Write it down. Venture capital companies. What are these venture capital companies? Now, this is also a particular type of financial institution. Their ultimate purpose is providing capital of a small businesses, or for new entrepreneurs. That is venture capital companies. Write it down. Their ultimate purpose is what? Providing capital or providing capital for small businesses or for new entrepreneurs in the country. That is what we call as venture capital companies. Okay. The word itself, have you all, now guys, this is how you connect stuff. Okay. Have you all heard the word, this word called venture? You know what's venture, right? A business. Okay. Have you heard this word in like the chapter entrepreneurship, venture something? So this is how you connect. That means these venture capital companies, what they do, they provide capital for whom? Small businesses and new entrepreneurs. Chapter 4, 5 and 6. Something like have stupid connections in education to remember. Your brain remembers. Even if this comes in exam, you will remember me. She told Noah that one. So like that. Okay, so that is how you should remember. Okay, this is a particular financial institution. They have established it with the ultimate purpose of providing capital for small businesses or for new entrepreneurs in the country. Okay. Right. So that is venture capital companies. Now the next one, the fourth one is unit trusts. Unit trusts. I'll give a small explanation. I feel like not to leave you all without explaining. I can just give the words and go, but a small explanation I'll give you, okay? Unit trusts. TRUSTS, trusts, okay? Unit trusts. So what are these unit trusts? Now, unit trust is like this. How to say? Okay, now they in the unit trust, they generate funds through selling units. Okay, the units are being sold at a nominal price. Usually the nominal price is rupees 10. Okay, so the units are being sold at a nominal price. Okay, and what to do? How to say? Okay, so they in the unit trust, they develop funds through selling units. Okay, to whom? To investors or to the public. They sell units and then they generate fund. Okay, and what do they do with the fund? This fund they will reinvest in any investment opportunities. Okay, so what they do, they collect funds through selling units at a nominal price of rupees 10. Okay, they sell units and they generate funds. Okay, these funds they will reinvest in better investment opportunities. Okay, so who does this decision to where to invest? That is the fund management company who does it. Now there are parties involved in unit trust. Okay, guys, are you all getting scared? Do you all know about this earlier, or else am I making you all scared? Okay, I'll put your hands down. Uh, if you feel like, oh my god, I have not studied this, it's there, but I didn't study, I feel scared. If you be like that, raise your hands, be honest. Okay, then this call is for you guys. Okay, so that means what has happened, you have not gone through the theory well. Okay, so what happens is maybe you didn't not study properly, maybe your lecturer did it, you didn't study properly. Okay, you have left out certain theories. Okay, please, and in these 17 days, go and learn it. Go and learn it how? But like a story. Okay, see, the way I am teaching you is like a story, right? Same like that you teach yourself. Okay, so don't get scared. Even you have 17 more days, nothing is difficult. Okay, invest your 100% time in your education. Start learning it like a theory, a story. Okay, so this unit trust is, again, see, now it's like a story. Listen like a story, don't listen it like a theory. Okay, this is my words always. I'll tell, learn business studies like a story, not like a boring story, like practically learn it, guys. Don't by heart. Okay, so this unit trust is also, in this unit trust they generate funds. How they generate funds? Through selling units. At what price? At a nominal price, that is usually rupees 10 rupees. Okay, and then to whom do they sell these units? To the general public or to the investors. They sell these units. Okay, what do they do with this fund? Why are they collecting it? Because they are bored and that's why they're collecting? No, they will reinvest this fund in investment opportunities. They will reinvest it. Okay, so then they earn better returns from those. Okay, so who invest? Who will find? Okay, now we should find which is the better investment opportunity. Who will find that? Who will find that? That is the fund management company. Okay, that is one party in unit trust. That is the third party, the one party. There are three parties in unit trust. Okay, who are getting involved in this unit trust. The one party is the fund management company. They are the one who will find better investment opportunities and reinvest those funds there. Okay, and the next party is the unit holder. Unit holder are the investors who are buying the unit. That is the second, the next party. Okay, and the third party is the trustee. Okay, trustee, this is the reputed financial organization or bank. It can be bank who has developed this unit trust. They are the one who developed it. They are the one who is initiating this collecting and stuff. Okay, who have developed it. They have taken the responsibility of the unit trust funds. Now funds are generated and they are the responsible person for that. Okay, they are the one who are developing this unit trust. That is the trustee. TRUSTEE. Okay, so unit holder, trustee, and the fund management company. So they are responsible. Trustee is responsible, but the fund management company, they only will reinvest the unit fund in diversified portfolios. Okay, so that they can generate a better return with lower risk, something like that. Okay, clear means raise your hands. Teacher always telling to raise hands. She is not raising, no. I want you all to be interactive, guys. I don't want you all to feel fall asleep, okay? Because I know, I'll be honest, business studies is a boring subject. But you know, it depends in the hands of the lecturer and in your hand. Okay, so if the lecturer can make you keep awake, then you start loving this chapter. I'll tell you, I got my lecturer. He was so good. Okay, and he was so like simple at English and same like me. Okay, so actually I'm like him. Okay, so that is why I started loving business studies. Okay, so yeah, he's no more doing it. Okay, I'm just following his footprints. That's it. And yeah, I have my own unique style as well. So yeah, always try to study business studies in an interesting way. Even if you're following a business degree later, study it like this. There's a way to study theory. Okay, right. And then unit trust. We are done with that, no? And the fifth one are the primary dealers. Write it down. Primary dealers. Primary dealers. And the next one, I hope you know who are primary dealers, right? They are the one like who firstly buy the securities and stuff. Okay. So I don't want to go deep into that. Don't get scared. Just go through your theory. Those things will be there in your theory book. Dust and see, it's there. Okay. And the next one, stock brokering firms. Stock brokering. Okay, buying and selling stock. Now, like they do stock brokering. You know, house brokering, that and this are there. No, this is stock brokering. Okay, stock brokering firms. They are also other specialized financial institutes. Okay, stock brokering firms. And the last one is money market intermediaries. Stock brokering firms. And the last one is money market intermediaries. Money market intermediaries. The most important one I told. Now there are market intermediaries. Okay. Now these market intermediaries are the parties who are into this selling financial institute on behalf of another business. Intermediaries on behalf of another business, they are selling these financial instruments. For example, you can have underwriters. I think I explained this in one of the free class. I did it in a detailed way. Underwriters. And next you have is the investment managers. Okay, investment managers. The last one you have the last intermediary. We can write the third one is marginal suppliers. Just know the names of intermediaries. For now, these things are for you to go and find out. Okay, not highly important. So I'm just stopping it here. Okay, underwriters, investment managers, and marginal suppliers. These are the market intermediaries. Okay. So we are done with the third box, which is other specialized financial institutes. We had specialized finance leasing companies, merchant banks, venture capital companies, unit trust, primary dealers, stock brokering firms, and money market intermediaries. Okay. And the last one you have is the Contractual Savings Institute. I explained you what is Contractual Savings Institute, right? So just write the examples for that. Write the examples for that. Insurance companies. It makes sense, no? What I explained for Contractual Savings Institute and the examples. Insurance companies fall under Contractual Savings Institute. Now, guys, you will not forget. If not, you don't know which is falling under which. You will not forget Contractual Savings Institute because you know the meaning of it now. Okay? Insurance companies. And the next one is EPF. EPF. Next one you have is ETF, Employee Trust Fund. EPF, ETF. EPF, ETF, and what else?
Pension.
Wait. Yes, pension. Yeah, great. Approved pensions and provident funds. That's great. Pension comes. Approved pension and provident funds. Approved pensions and provident funds. Okay. And state service provident fund. These are different types of provident funds. Okay, you don't need to know the meaning. Just write state service provident funds. Approved pensions and provident fund. Next one is state service provident funds. If you are my theory student, I will explain, but for now, no need. Okay, just know this. Right. Okay, guys. So if you all are done with the earlier things, raise your hands. If not, keep your hands down. You can unmute and ask me. So others, what about the other people? The rest of the people? Are you all okay or not? Whatever, if it is not okay, also ask.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, ask me. What is it?
What comes under banking sector?
Banking sector, we have a central bank, licensed commercial bank, Central Bank of Sri Lanka, CBSL, licensed commercial banks, and then licensed specialized bank, LCB and LSB, short forms, okay? Central Bank of Sri Lanka, licensed commercial banks and licensed specialized bank.
Thank you.
Others, okay, come. Others, are you all okay? Okay, then let's move to the 21st question. What are the new trends of CBSL? CBSL, Central Bank of Sri Lanka, the new trends. Okay. Wait. Where is it? Wait, I missed my note. Okay. So what are the new trends? The first trend is CBSL has obtained international consultancy from IMF. Write it down. They are getting international consultancy, okay, from the IMF. That is happening these days also, right? So that is a new trend. Write it down. CBSL has obtained international consultancy from IMF. CBSL has obtained international consultancy from IMF. CBSL has obtained international consultancy from IMF. New trends, okay? International consultancy from IMF. Okay. And the next one is, you know the aims or goals of CBSL, right? We have two main goals, two goals. What are the aims? Maintaining economic and price stability are is the one goal. And the next one is maintaining financial system stability. The first one is maintaining economic and price stability. And the second one is maintaining financial system stability. Those are the two goals of central bank, right? Two goals, right? But earlier it was 4. Okay, so they restructured. There was several. If you just go and read in the internet and see, they had different goals, but all of them implied same meaning, something interconnected and something like that. Okay, and it was a very lot, and then people they found it difficult. Okay, it was restructured. Earlier it was 4. Now they restructured it into 2. That is a new trend. Okay, I think it's that happened in January. No. I think 2019 it happened. I'm not very sure. They restructured it. Okay, they have restructured their goals into 2 from 4. They have restructured their goals into 2 from 4. They have restructured their goals into 2 from 4. Okay, and guys, the other thing is, some people are not attending thinking I'll be giving recordings. I can give recordings, okay? But guys, I don't want to give recordings because you all no, it is only little days, okay? It will stress you. Finish it off in the live class. And also, I'll not be sending answers also, you know. Some people don't even open the PDF. I just sent it because it was crucial. So many asked, so I sent, okay? So I won't be sending answers. Write it. Finish it off here. Don't waste time being in the class, not writing note again, taking time to write the notes. Don't do that. Okay. So first, second thing is what? They have restructured their goals into 2 from 4. They have restructured their goals into 2 from 4. Okay. And the third one is now CBSL Monetary Board. The CBSL Monetary Board, it has 5 members, right? The governor, the secretary to the finance minister, and the 3 non-executive members, right? The governor, the secretary to the finance Ministry of Finance, the secretary to the Ministry of Finance, and the next one is 3 non-executive members, right? Altogether 5 people, right? Earlier they had only 3. Okay, they increased it into 5. So that is another new trend. Write it down. They have increased the number of members in the monetary board from 3 to 5. They have increased the number of members in the monetary board from 3 to 5. They have increased the number of members in the monetary board from 3 to 5. So now, sometimes guys, I just want to know, okay, did you all have this in your tubes? Have you all studied these new trends regarding insurance companies, new trends regarding commercial banks, central bank? Have you all been taught about new trends? If yes, raise your hands. Not in your tube, maybe have been taught. Okay, so you all have studied. That's fine. Okay, so these things you should know, because sometimes people think you get this question and then students think it's general knowledge, it's difficult, something out of the scope. No, it's not. It's general knowledge. Sometimes A level is also about self studies. Lecturers, even if they don't give, you should study. You should search and study. Okay, you should go to your lecturers, ask. Sometimes they forget when they teach a lot of classes, no, and then they forget. They don't know which class I told and which class I didn't tell. They don't know. Okay, so if you ask, they'll know. I didn't tell, no, and then they'll start teaching. Understand? They are also human beings, no. Sometimes they forget. Okay, so you have to ask. Even now, why am I telling this? A level is over, but still I'm telling, because your higher studies later next year, by this time you'll be doing it. Inshallah, that is all about this self study. Okay, right. So the third thing is they have increased the number of members in the monetary board from 3 to 5. Okay, and the last one is they have introduced many settlements and clearing systems. So we have studied under central bank, we have studied Lanka settle system, this SSDS and RTGS. Now these are introduced by central bank. Okay, they are operating under that. So write it down. They have introduced many settlements and clearing systems. They have introduced many settlements and clearing systems. They have introduced many settlements and clearing system. That's all. Okay, that's all. Now let's go to 22. Guys, are you all feeling sleepy? Boring? Tell me. Okay, feeling sleepy. Can't help me. This is how you have to do, okay? Okay. So what are the differences between central bank and commercial bank? Okay. So here what you have to do, one side central bank, other side commercial bank. You can do like that. So we are going to see the differences. Okay. This is just like a revision for you. Okay. Okay. So if you take CBSL, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, there is only one central bank in the country, right? Do you have 5 or 10 or 20? No. Only one CBSL, one central bank in the country, not only in Sri Lanka, every country. There is only one central bank in the country. And commercial banks, there are many commercial banks in the country. See, lot of people have, no, even commercial banks. Well, Commercial Bank of Sri Lanka is also an example of commercial banks, okay? So they have lot of branches itself, right? HNB, People's Bank, BOC, right? These are commercial banks. So we think when I was studying in the first, when I start studying this chapter, I thought commercial bank means only commercial bank. No, commercial bank, they have kept the name of Commercial Bank of Sri Lanka, but even BOC, People's Bank, Sampath Bank, all those are commercial banks. Okay, many commercial banks in the country. And the next one is independent. Now CBSL, if you know, they are independent organizations, right? And they print notes and coins, right? They are independent organization. They print notes and coins. So they did this thing during Corona. They print a lot of notes and coins, and inflation came. You all know, no, economic thing. Independent organization, and also they print notes and coins. Okay, they're independent. No one monitors them. They are operating by their own. Okay, everyone wants to be independent, no? So the CBSL is like that. Okay, no one is controlling them. They are only controlling others. Okay, independent organization, and also they print what notes and coins. But if you take commercial banks, they are not independent organization. They are monitored by the CBSL. They are being monitored by the CBSL. Write it down. Monitored by CBSL. Monitored by CBSL. And also, do they print notes and coins? No. Say, I told you central bank prints notes and coins. But commercial bank, they are into credit creation. They are into credit creation. So central bank prints notes and coins. Commercial banks are into credit creation. So earlier, central bank is an independent organization and commercial bank monitored by CBSL, right? Third point is they print notes and coins, and commercial banks, they are into credit creation. They don't print notes and coins, but they are into credit creation. Credit creation is one of the hatest part of mine in economics. I don't like it. Okay, credit creation. But simply, if I want to say, it's like the banks and the financial institution, they are generating additional money supply in the economy. How? By providing loans and credits, they are generating additional money supply in the economy, creating money. Okay, so credit creation is that. Now, commercial banks are into credit creation. Central bank is into printing notes and coins. Okay. Third one is that. Next one. The fourth one is public deposits. Central bank can't accept it. They don't accept. Okay. Public deposits are not accepted. Central bank. Public deposits are not accepted. Central bank. Commercial banks, they accept public deposits, right? We go and deposit near them, right? Public deposits are accepted. And we can talk about the goals. CBSL has economic and price stability, and what else? Financial system stability are their goals, no? Write it down. Economic and price stability plus financial system stability are their main goals, right? Economic and price stability plus financial system stability are the main goals. But if you take commercial banks, they also have goals, man. Their goal is like maintaining liquidity and maximizing profitability. Okay, I'll tell slowly, okay? CBSL, economic and price stability plus financial system stability. These are the two goals of CBSL. Economic and price stability plus financial system stability. Okay, but commercial banks have other goals. Other two goals. What are those? Liquidity and profit maximization. Profits and liquidity are their goals, actually. Maintaining liquidity plus maximization of profits. I can explain each and everything, but no time, guys. So I'm just leaving it this way. Okay. Maintaining liquidity plus profit maximization. So what you have to do, go open your theory book, study. If you can't remember what this is, go open your theory book, study. That is the benefit of this class. Okay, revising, and if you think like you have forgotten an area, go study again. Okay. That's all. Those are the differences between commercial banks and CBSL. How many questions are there? We have 3 more questions and then we are done with this chapter. Shall we finish those? Yes means raise your hands.
Ma'am, if you don't mind, could you please repeat the third point of the difference between central bank and the commercial bank?
Yeah, sure, I can. Wait. Third point is CBSL print notes and coins. CBSL print notes and coins. Commercial banks, they are into credit creation. CBSL prints notes and coins, and commercial banks are into credit creations. Okay. Finish now? Right. Okay. Now this revision is part is all about savings account and fixed deposit. Okay. What are the difference between savings account and fixed deposit? Okay, let's try. I know these are boring, but more than the fast should be more than this. The speed should be more than this, but I'm just going this way. So you, however, tolerate. No option. Okay. So one side put savings account, the other side put fixed deposits. Okay. So savings account. If you're opening a savings account, the initial deposit amount is very low. Usually, it's like 1,000 rupees is even enough. It depends on the bank. Okay. So write it down. Initial deposit amount is low. Savings account, initial deposit amount is low. First 2 points. Faiza, nice seen the message, and Kenneth, then I've seen the message. I will drop you the message, okay, after class, inshallah. Okay. So initial deposit is low, and for fixed deposits, write it down. Initial deposit is high, opposite. Okay, initially you have to deposit a high amount compared to savings account. Initial deposit is high. And savings accounts, it's a short-term deposit. Okay, you can take it when and where you want. No. Okay. So savings account, short-term deposit, but fixed deposit is a long-term deposit because you can only take it after the maturity time period. But if you're going to take before the maturity, that means what happens is you will be penalized. I mean, penalties will be there, and then or else some other things will happen. Okay. Like they will give you reduced interest, something like that they will do. So write it down. Savings account, short-term deposit, and fixed deposits, it's long-term deposits. Okay. Short-term deposit, and the fixed deposit is long-term deposit. And the next one, third one, interest is relatively low. Interest being paid to savings. Okay, guys. So if you all, most of you all might have savings account. Okay. So if you all are okay, some people you all are okay with interest, right? If you are not okay with interest, please keep a record of the interest. You're earning interest. Okay, every month they'll pay you an interest, and also they charge something. So that money is not good for certain people. It's not acceptable to get interest, right? For us, so it depends on the culture. So I just wanted to remind, if you're okay with that, okay, maintain it. If not, please record the interest and keep it aside. Okay. So interest is being given to both of these accounts. Savings account interest is relatively low, and fixed deposit interest is relatively high compared to this one. Okay. You don't get much for savings account. I think like if you have around 20,000 something, you'll get 50 rupees or something interest. But if you go to fixed deposit, it's not like that. The percentage is high, 12%, something like that. I'm not really very aware. 8%, or it depends. Okay. Interest is relatively high for fixed deposit, but for savings account, interest is relatively low. And savings account, the fourth one is you can withdraw anytime. Okay, write it down. Can withdraw at any time. Can withdraw at any time. Can withdraw at any time. And the next one is you can withdraw only at maturity, right? I told you, even if you're getting before that, then you have to face some consequences. Okay. That is can withdraw anytime. This one is can withdraw only at maturity. Can withdraw only at maturity. Okay, can withdraw anytime. And this one is can withdraw only at maturity. Next one, savings account, you get a passbook or a debit card, right? Both you get. You get passbook and then you also get debit card. A debit card is also given. Okay, passbook or debit card is given. Savings account, passbook or debit card is given. And for fixed deposit, what is given? Fixed deposit certificate is given. You can even use that as a collateral. Okay, if you want. Okay, fixed deposit certificate is given. Earlier passbook and this one is given. What is given? People who have classes, I'm getting WhatsApp messages. Guys, if you all have, you all can leave. Okay, that's fine. Passbook or debit card is given. And the next one is fixed deposit certificate is given. Okay. Right. Done now? Shall we go to this question? Okay, so you all can message me. Okay. So what are the information that are requested by the bank when applying for a bank loan? So when you are applying for a bank loan, bank will ask for some information. What are those information? Okay, first thing is, write it down, completed loan application form. You need anything, you need application form. So write it down, completed loan application form. Completed loan application form. Okay, so you have to complete the application. They'll ask for some personal details, financial history, or what is the purpose of your loan or something, some relevant information they will ask. So that is completed application form. And the second one is they will ask for proposed business plan or project report. Write it down, proposed business plan or project report. Proposed business plan or project report. Proposed business plan or project report. Okay. Proposed business plan or project report. So here they have to know, why do they need this? Is bank has to understand what is the purpose of your loan, right? So if it is a loan for businesses, they'll give more priority. Personal loans or compared to personal loans, business loans get more priority. Okay, so they have to understand what is the purpose of the loan. Okay, if it is for a business, okay, they need a detailed business plan. When you're starting a business, you should have a business plan. The last chapter of your syllabus. Okay, that says how to make the business plan and everything. No? Or you should have a detailed project report. Okay, so that will give some insights about your business, insights about any potential risk in your business, and what are the expected outcomes from your business. Whatever thing, they'll get an insight about your business by going through the project report or the business plan. So that's why they are asking it, so that bank they can access the business sustainability, right? So and they can access how successful the loan repayment will be. Okay, so that's why they need this business plan or the project report. Okay, and the next one is third one, a statement on the loans that have been already obtained. Statement on the loan that has been already obtained. Statements on the loan that has been already obtained. Okay, so why do they need this information? Now these what if they ask you to explain? So just listen, even if you can't write now, just listen. Okay, so the bank, they wants to know about any existing loan, right? Any existing loan that this person is applicable of. They wanted to know that. So that the bank, they can evaluate the applicant's current debt obligation. Now, debt obligation means you have to repay. You're currently obliged to do that, means they can understand, okay, this person has to pay this much of loan now. Current debt obligation, they'll be able to access it. And also they'll be able to assess their capacity. So are they capable to get additional debt? In addition to this current debt obligation, are they capable to get additional debt? Will they able to pay us? So to know that, they wanted to know the statements on loan which is already obtained. Okay, so the third one is what? Statement on the loans that have been already obtained. Statement on the loan that have been already obtained. Okay. First one is completed loan application form. Second one is proposed business plan or project report. Third one is statement on the loans that have been already obtained. Fourth one is statement of the wealth of the applicant. Sorry. Statement on the wealth of the applicant. Write it down. Statement on the wealth of the applicant. Statement on the wealth of the applicant. So this shows now this statement will include things like the applicant's assets and liabilities he will know. Okay, so that bank get a view, a clear view about this applicant's financial position, right? Okay, so then what are the properties this person have, what are the valuable assets he is having. It's kind of like getting the financial statement of it. Okay, what are the outstanding debts of this person, or those things they can get. So they need this statement on the wealth of the applicant. Write it down. Statement on the wealth of the applicant. Statement on the wealth of the applicant. And the last one is income of the applicant or the income statement. So obvious, no, they not they can understand what are the income sources of this person, right? But how stable their income is. So to know that, they need this information. Income of the applicant or the income statement. Income of the applicant or the income statements. Say income of the applicant or the income statements. Okay, great. So those are the 5 information that are requested by the bank when you're applying for a bank loan. Okay, right. And the last question for this chapter and for the day. What are the factors that are considered by the commercial banks when approving a bank loan? Now they got the information. Just because they get the information doesn't mean they are approving your bank loan. So if they are wanting to approve the bank loan, they will consider certain factors. What are the factors which are considered by the bank? Okay, right. So have you all studied about this one? Right. Right. Have you all studied about the 6 C's? 6C. The first C, I'll tell you. The first C is credit worthiness. Write it down. Quickly write the explanation also, I'm telling, okay? So the first thing they will consider, the first factor they'll consider is credit worthiness. 6 C's means there are 6 factors. All of those are starting with a C. Okay? So write credit worthiness. So credit worthiness means, now in here, the bank will evaluate what is the purpose of obtaining your loan, right? If the purpose and the amount of money that is required is reasonable, then the loan is approved. First thing is, now in credit worthiness, what they do, okay? So in credit worthiness, they will evaluate what is the purpose of obtaining the loan. Okay, remember, imagine now I'm telling a story for you. Imagine what they do in credit worthiness. They will evaluate what is the purpose of obtaining the loan. And if your purpose and if the amount of money that you are asking is valuable or reasonable, then they approve your loan. right? So for example, if you take a business loan, it has greater credit worthiness than a housing loan. Let's say you're going to ask a housing loan and the person is coming and asking a business loan, then greater credit worthiness is there for the business loan because bank will approve that because bank can't give loans to everyone. There is a certain limit they would have set that only up to this limit we'll give loans. So only up to that they provide loans. So they don't provide for everyone. Okay, so that's why they have lot of conditions. So if it is a business loan, the purpose is reasonable. Then a housing, right? Then building a house, a person starting a business is good for him and for the economy also, right? So that has a greater credit worthiness. That is what we call as credit worthiness. In here, they will evaluate what is the purpose of the loan. If the purpose and if the amount is reasonable, they approve the loan. Okay, that is credit worthiness. And the second factor they would consider is capacity. Capacity. Okay, you say the person has the capacity. Capacity means the ability, right? So capacity in here, the bank, they will evaluate the repaying capacity. Not the capacity of studying or passing exam. They will check the repaying capacity. Okay. Generally, about around 40% of the income is permitted to be allocated for installment repayments. Now it's like this. You should be able to generally allocate around 40% of, now let's say let's say you're getting your monthly income is 1 lakh. Okay. So your bank installment every month is 40,000. Right? So 40% of your income is going to that. So that means they will approve. Okay, so you should allocate at least 40%. Generally, 40% of the income, it is permitted to be allocated for installment repayments. If this is the case, then fine. Okay, let's say it's 40,000, but your income is 80,000. So that means they'll consider because it's 50% now. Now you sometimes you won't pay it properly because monthly expenses are there. No, you're a family man or woman. Let's say monthly expenses are there. No? So they won't sometimes approve it. Okay, because it's 50% of your income now. So 40% you should be able to at least allocate 40% of your income to get a loan. So that is capacity. So in the capacity, they will evaluate your repaying capacity. What capacity? Repaying capacity. Okay. So the third thing. Okay. First thing is what? Credit worthiness. Second thing is capacity. What is the third factor they will consider? Third factor they will consider is capital. That is the third C. The bank, what they will do, they will evaluate the overall capital. Before they are giving you the loan, they will evaluate your overall assets, capital. Okay. And if the person is wealthy and they have fixed assets like they have land, houses, vehicles, then they have greater probability of loan approval. Now see who needs loan when people who don't have money only will need a loan to start business. But see, that's why rich is getting richer, poor getting poorer. That is the concept everywhere, right? So they can't get, so sometimes let's say you're a good person, you have good credit worthiness, and let's say you know the manager of the bank, okay, you can get the loan. But the usual case is if you have like fixed assets and if you are wealthy, you have more probability to be for your loan to be approved. Okay, so that is capital. Okay, guys, are you all okay with these three? Raise your hands. If you have missed, unmute and ask. I'm shouting, and I'm getting cough. So if you all have missed anything, ask me. Unmute and ask me.
Yes, can you explain about the credit worthiness?
Yeah, sure. Credit worthiness. Now, credit worthiness means like this. Okay. Now, in this factor, what the bank does is they evaluate what is the purpose of you obtaining the loan. Why are you obtaining the loan? The purpose is only evaluated in this factor. Okay. And if they think your purpose is fine, your purpose is reasonable, let's say you're going to start a business. Okay. And also the amount is reasonable. Let's say you're going to start a business, only 5 lakh is enough, okay? But you're asking for 10 lakh, it's not reasonable, no? So they would reject that. So in this credit worthiness factor, what they do is they evaluate the purpose of you obtaining the loan. If the purpose and if the amount is reasonable, your chances of your loan getting approved is high. Okay, example is what I told you. Now, if you're getting a business loan, it has greater credit worthiness compared to housing loan. Okay, if you're going to build a house or you're going to ask it for a business loan has more credit worthiness. Okay, so are you okay with this?
Yeah, miss.
Okay, great. Now the second one is I told capacity, and the third one is I told capital. Okay, and the fourth one is character. Okay, character. For here also you need character. Okay, what character does it say? Now the bank, it evaluates the overall personal characteristics of the applicant. Okay, like whether he is educated, whether he has any special skills, they will evaluate the character here. And then your probability of obtaining loan is high. Let's say you're educated means they know, however, there is a chance where he could go for a better job and pay our money. If he has better skills like management skills or whatever, there are some people who are not educated, but they have better skills than the educated person itself. Okay, guys, it's all about skills. There are people with degree papers but without job, and there are people with like around 5 years, 10 years experience, but they are in a very better job. Okay, so always with your education grow your skills. Now when you go to your university, this is what they'll say. Okay, you'll know a lot of skills. Just a hint I'm giving you. Okay, so you know where you are stepping into. Okay, right. So character is that. The fourth one is they will evaluate the overall personal characteristics. Personal characteristics means this person rude or not, like that. Does he has education? If he is educated, or does he possess any special skills? Okay, that is that. And the fifth one is collateral. The fifth C, collateral. Okay. Now, the bank, when they're going to approve the loan, they will evaluate the availability of guarantors. Collaterals means that no guarantee, guarantee only like that. We have seen they're asking for a guarantee. They'll see for any guarantors available. They will evaluate the availability of guarantors in this factor. Okay, if the main applicant doesn't pay the loan, the guarantor has to pay. So always doesn't have, or don't be a guarantor to anyone unless he's very trustworthy. Okay, your very best friend, even siblings do the bad thing. When nowadays you have heard many people like siblings have taken the brother or sister into the road because of their selfishness. Okay, so friends are better, I would say sometimes. Okay, so don't be a guarantor unless otherwise that person is 100% trustworthy. That person should be ethical with good morals. Okay, right. So collateral is that they will evaluate when you're going to wait. I'm sorry, guys. Collateral, that is about coverage. So change the word into coverage. Sorry. Okay, not collateral. Change it to coverage. Okay. So coverage is about guarantors, not collateral. I'm really sorry about it. I've missed the thing. Okay. So change the word collateral into coverage. Coverage means, that's what I was thinking, the availability of guarantors. If the main loan applicant doesn't pay, guarantor has to pay it. Okay. It's coverage, not collateral. The next one is only collateral, the last one. Okay. Now here, what they will evaluate. So coverage, what they evaluate, again I'll tell you, they will evaluate the availability of guarantors. Main loan applicant is not paying, then guarantor has to pay. Okay. So collateral is, now the bank will evaluate the total amount of money that you want. And if you want a huge amount, you have to mortgage, or they will request a security or a mortgage for that. You have some people give their house deeds. They do that, no? Or business, this premises deeds, they will keep and get the loan, right? So collateral is where they will evaluate the total amount of loan. And if the amount is huge, they will ask for a mortgage, okay, or they will ask for a security. Simple, practical situation. See, this is why I'm telling business studies is the easiest lesson of all. Okay, all the three that you're doing, accounting, economics, or ICT, whatever, this is easy. Okay, coverage is that. Okay, so what are the 6 C's? Creditworthiness, capacity, capital, character, coverage, and collateral. And there are other informations as well. Okay, but we're not going to go to that. These are the main 6 ones that you need to know. If they ask you to explain, explain. Even if they don't ask you to explain, just give a small explanation. Okay, let's say it's a 2-mark question, a 1-line explanation or something, but they evaluate something like that. Quickly write. Okay, write a lot. Okay, guys. So that is all for today. One question I wanted to ask is, did you ever feel at the end of your A-level journey, this business studies is easy? Because this is for your juniors. I wanted to tell that your seniors felt like this. So don't lose hope. And then I want to advise them on behalf of your team. Okay, just tell me, do you feel business studies is easy? No, not because you studied under me. I'm just asking, at the end of the journey, have you ever felt I have studied it from the beginning? Have you ever felt like that? Raise your hands. If I have studied from the beginning, this chapter is nothing, man. Something like that. I have heard my friends say that, and I wanted to say it to your juniors. Maybe you're not my student, but I'm just asking, generally asking. So some are feeling like that, and still some are feeling it's difficult, right? Okay, so generally, honestly answer. It's okay. I know it's too late, but just answer. Great. Okay, so some are feeling like that, and I would say it to your juniors. Now, this is how your seniors felt. Okay, so that's all, guys. And please make sure you all participate to the other classes. And yeah, and just 1 minute, I'll stop the recording.